While many large cities like Chicago chose not to install wireless internet, the city of Dubuque now offers free wireless internet downtown, with the possibility of expanding it to the entire city. 9,000 Iowa Democrats gathered in Des Moines to talk about the party's future. Greg Zanis returned to Northern Illinois University today to place these crosses here in memory of those that died. Organizations are working to raise homelessness awareness because, let's face it, this box doesn't make a good home. Hundreds came to remember by writing messages, reading acts of kindness, and looking at the now vacant building where the shootings took place. Greg Zanis, a local carpenter, made the crosses that stood on this hill. After the shootings, the hardest part for him was taking them down.
I came out Saturday night around 3 in the morning. It was just was so hard to take them down.
He returned with new crosses he made for this special day. Others, like students Ashley and Valerie, helped paint tiles that will be put together to make a memorial mosaic. After the shootings, Ashley always knows where her friends are on campus.
We actually give each other our schedules, so that way I know what building they're in and what time they're in. So, God forbid it ever happens again, I at least know where they are and I don't have to worry about them.
Valerie appreciates her family and friends more.
I don't really take anything for granted anymore. I kind of live each day as it is. And I appreciate my friends and family more that were there for me.
For two friends from Saudi Arabia, the school has become a safer campus community over the past year.
You can talk to anybody in the campus, to anybody in the campus. You can talk and share the moments.
The campus now is more secure than before. And that's good for us, like a student.
Over the past year, it's events like this, Candlelight Vigil, that brings the student body together and keeps the Husky spirit strong. Iowa Senator Tom Harkin's Get Out the Vote bus tour was greeted with cheers and applause when it pulled into the Dubuque Labor Temple Sunday afternoon. Along for the ride with the senator was his wife Ruth, Lieutenant Governor Patty Judge, and Congressman Bruce Braley. Congressman Braley was not concerned about Governor Palin's quick campaign stop in Dubuque.
The message was in the Iowa poll today, 17 points down. 17 points. So if you want to keep coming back to Iowa, come right ahead.
Patty Judge made it known that volunteering, no matter how small, can make a difference on Election Day.
Until those polls close next Tuesday. Whatever you can do, whatever your specialty is, let everyone know.
Senator Harkin has high hopes for his fifth term in the Senate if he is reelected.
I do look forward to going back to the Senate, working with President Obama to really make the changes we need to make.
Harkin ended his time in Dubuque by pointing out where President Bush made mistakes during his 8 years in office.
President Bush got so wrapped up in the Iraq invasion and the Iraq war that he just let kind of everything else go.
The biggest laugh of the afternoon came when Patty Judge put her special skill up against one of Sarah Palin's.
The fact that Sarah Palin knows how to field dress a moose. Well, listen, folks, I can castrate a calf. She has nothing on me. So
Apple River Fort was constructed in 1996 and is a replica of how the fort looked on June 24, 1832, when the settlers stopped an attack by Black Hawk and his Sauk warriors during the Black Hawk War. Today, visitors are drawn to the fort to take part in historical reenactments.
We put on period costumes from this era, and then we go about a day in the life of how people might have lived during the early 1800s.
Sheila, who is the site's interpreter, sees the fort as more than just a job.
It is part of my heritage. I was born and raised in Joe Davis County. And
the Culler family traveled to the fort because they read about it in a book.
The kids can see it and they can touch the buildings and the fort, and we talk about it.
Neither Sheila or the Culler family wants the site to close because of state budget cuts.
So many of them, I know, can appreciate that this is part of their own personal heritage.
And you can't show him what a fort looked like and say how big it was unless he's actually there to see it. And they're never going to see it again. It's never going to happen again.
Everyone remains hopeful that a solution can be reached so future generations can learn about their history.
We're very hopeful, though, that there'll be a resolution and we'll be able to stay open.
It's an event 6 years in the making. At 12:01 Tuesday morning, the doors to video games, etc. opened, and dozens of customers piled in, eager to get their hands on a copy of Halo 3. But what makes this game so popular?
The sense of camaraderie you get when you play it with a bunch of friends. It's just really fun.
You know, I like the fact that you're killing aliens in this, and it's not really bloody and gory.
I love the multiplayer, and the story is real good.
The video game industry has come a long way since 1972 when the game system Atari and the popular game Pong was released.
The graphics are going to be a lot better. The single player is going to be extremely awesome.
Halo bridges the generation gap and helps build international friendships.
Well, I've been playing video games probably since most of these guys before they were born.
We've got friends in the United Kingdom and Australia and all over the world.
But what makes this game an international success?
The way it's put together just made it incredibly popular.
It's this popularity that has gamers staying up all night and cutting class.
Oh, I'm going to race home and play it as soon as I can, so probably play it all night.
Probably not going to school tomorrow. Sorry, Mom.
Reporting from the Boulevard, I'm Andrew Huck.